Hello, hello, hello. It's a brand new day, and this is our morning connection. How you doing this morning? I am Skip LaCour. I'm so glad you're here for our daily check-in. Just you and me, just two men going through the journey of life. I'm so glad you're here, just checking in as we start our day. Hey, did you wake up this morning with your game face on? What was that one thing that you decided last night that you were going to attack today that was going to put you ahead? Not just check off the boxes, not just maintain the status quo, not just fulfill your responsibilities. You were going to do something today that may take 5 minutes or 5 hours that was going to put you ahead, get you closer to that imagination, that life that you really want. I'm here to remind you of who you really are, what you're all about, what you really want. And day by day, just by thinking about it, we can't help but get closer and closer and closer to it. It starts with that mindset, right? But then we got to take action. What actions did you decide to take today? I'm gonna remind you of that tomorrow too. So think about that. Follow through today. Get back with me. Tell me, is that helpful? Just thinking about that. That's what this mental toughness conditioning is all about. And that's what this morning connection is all about. So glad you are here. In our connection today, I want to talk about how to be more positive, right? Life, it all starts with the mindset, right? You wake up every single day. Is today going to be a great day? Is it going to be a challenging day or something in between? Well, we don't know, right? We don't know. We haven't started the day yet, or we're just starting it, right? We have no idea without certainty how it's going to happen. It's up to us to imagine what we really want and then be influential, resourceful, gritty, persuasive to make it work out the way we really want. But what do we want? How to be more positive? That's what I want to talk about in today's morning connection. So when you come on to this live broadcast, hopefully you're watching me very early in the morning here at 3 a.m. Pacific time, right? If you're joining me live, make sure that you say hello. If you're watching this replay version, that is great too. You don't even have to be watching me in the morning. Even if you're watching me live, I understand that it's afternoon, evening in different parts of the world with our international audience here. All that matters is that you're here. All that matters is that you're checking in. All that matters is that you're reflecting. You're asking yourself questions, all right? Every single day being here, whether you come over from LinkedIn, or Instagram, or you're watching on YouTube, post a comment, say good morning, just check in, make that a habit. All right, let me know you're here. I love it. I love all the comments and even today's topic. Someone wrote a really nice tweet, came over from Twitter, and he said, and that's what, kind of got me thinking about today's topic. And he said, thanks for the constant content that you provide, the high quality content. Very nice of him to say that. I appreciate that. And he said, the over-the-top positive attitude. I was thinking, well, thank you. And I was thinking, over-the-top positive attitude. And I go, well, and so I get asked that a lot when I help my men through the one-on-one coaching, or I just get introduced to the men. I love what I do. I think you can tell that the way I show up. I get to talk to so many men who are going through the same stage of life as I am. A little bit older, right? Maybe we've accomplished a few things in life, but we want more. We want more. And it's that continual journey where, you know what I mean? You got to stop and appreciate what you've accomplished, right? We don't want to be winning and acting, grinding, and feeling that we don't appreciate it, but we do appreciate it, just that we want more, and we know we can have more. Right? I talk to so many men. So let me say good morning as we check in. I want to talk more about that. Are you ready to take on this week? I know I am. I want to talk a little bit about that and today's topic, how to be more positive. So let's see, who do we have joining us live? Brian, good to have you here. Thank you so much for being here, Brian. I appreciate you being here. Pete, good morning. Pete, you are always here. Love that you're making this part of your daily habits, your rituals. Tell me how you're benefiting from it. Send me a direct message. Send me an email at skip@skiplacour.com. Just let me know. Just tell me, let me know what you're pulling out of each time we connect. Maybe it's something that I say that hits you at the right time. Maybe something I said a couple weeks ago that you said, this is what Skip was talking about, and this is helping me at this moment. I want to know those golden nuggets that you take out of this, right? It really energizes me. It makes me want to do more of this, right? Hello, Al. Good to have you here. Good morning, Scott. Good to have you here, Al, Scott, Pete, Brian. So great to have you gentlemen here with me. See, Bernard, John, Hal, Rahul, Monad, Daniel, DeAndre, Scott, Justin, and Denise with the love. I really appreciate the likes, the loves, the shares, the comments, the good mornings. Good morning to you. I love this community that we're building today. Right? Yeah, I'm ready to go. One thing that what I realized is that I'm pushing through, right, and doing a little bit every day. I mean, this is one thing at the beginning of the day, spending 10 or 15 minutes with you every single morning. That's a great way to start my day. It's also something very early in the morning from the time that I get up that I can say, well, at least I got to connect with my guys and Denise, right? My girls, my ladies. Positivity is what Denise says. Al asked for where's Musashi. I know Musashi's going to be here. Musashi never misses, so he's going to be here, Al. Right? But I realized that I was going on I don't know, how it just feels. We don't, there's not exact percentages, but I felt that I've been in a stretch where I'm like 85% of what I know I could do. Right, I'm checking off the boxes. I'm putting some effort in there. I've got good systems to move forward. I'm, imagining obviously to keep on going, but I don't feel like I'm all in. Like I'm going at I don't know, 85, 82% clip. And I just realized, that's good, but 82%, it's good. Sometimes you got to go through those stretches, but I'm just ready to just go all in. You know what I'm talking about, where you just think nothing is going to stop you. You just get through those periods of time. I mean, you're really positive, and you show it with. I love those stretches of time. I realize I haven't been in one of those stretches of time, and I want to be in those stretches. How can I dot every I, cross every T? How can I lean into what I'm doing even more? Right? I started thinking about what I had to do, and one thing I had to do is that with fitness. Obviously, I mean, one thing is to grab attention, right? I mean, that attention is the world's most valuable commodity these days, because with everybody having a voice, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, everybody having a voice, that now there's 7 billion people on the planet, so we now can connect at everybody at any time, anywhere in the world with our ideas, our thoughts, whatever we want to share, which is amazing, but so does everybody else, right? So you could have so much value to share with the world, but if you can't get the attention, you're going to be the best kept secret. Attention is the most important commodity these days if you really want to share a message. And you're probably noticing that from the President of the United States to everybody, right? The entertainers. And maybe a couple years ago, if you didn't quite get it, you thought, why is that person being so crazy? That's not the way to act, right? And you're realizing now, those crazy people, they have the most attention, the most followers, make the most money, whatever. You may not agree with the way to get attention, but attention is the biggest commodity. So what I realized is, for me, I don't know how outrageous I'm going to be, but just be positive. That positivity just show up, just lean in, right? And so I think I felt I had to reset, right? So yesterday was a cheat day. Now, I don't have a lot of cheat days, like I said, with my eating. I guess I should say that a lot of non-fitness people watch this Morning Connection. And so I felt that instead of going my diet at like an 82, 85% clip, I needed to lean in a little bit more. And so I took a cheat day. And I don't normally do that. I just keep on rolling. And so yesterday I had pancakes in the morning with my family Sunday morning. I love that part, right? And I had 3 Oreo cookies, and then I said, I need to kind of get this whole cheat out of me so I can start today just going all in, right? And so, had a burger last night, a cheeseburger and fries, and then and so enjoy that family meal. Because of what I do, I guess the point that I was making, I got to be all extreme with my body because I had this extreme life of this extreme fitness person, and now I'm this extreme looking at 56 years old. That's my way to get attention, right? I can't be amazing at something that I can't. That's what I choose to be amazing at. If I were to start now, right, with 6 months or even 6 years, how is that going to compare to something that I've spent over 30 years mastering, right? So I'm kind of locked in with this body thing, right? That's my hook, right? That's my way to grab attention. But as you can see, once I grab your attention, this is the stuff that really matters, right? This mindset stuff, right? So anyway, I'm ready to lean in even more with that. I got so many things planned, and I guess so. When we talk about being how to be more positive, I just think that being positive, it's just it's not an on-off switch, or you're just positive all the time, or you can go to somebody who and there's not a higher level. It's just like working out. You got to continue. You might, and maybe that's it for you. Fitness is your thing. Is that you put a lot of time into it. You know that you're more fit than others, and because it's the journey that you're on, you realize it's always higher and higher levels to get fit. No matter how you compare yourself to anybody else, you don't spend your time comparing yourself to other people because you're on your own journey, right? But you do sometimes if you're more fit than others, and you have a lot of people who are challenged in that area, getting themselves going. You got to stop and say, I guess I am a lot more fit, right? Just, to share, right? And so when I talk about, how to be more positive, I really appreciate that compliment. But at the same time, I'm thinking, well, I see all these areas that I could be more positive, because if I could be more positive, I'd be unstoppable 24 hours a day, right? So I'm still on my journey to be more positive. But I realize that, I know, like with my wife, there's a lot of things I've learned. I've learned this stuff by putting in my time, investing a lot of money with Tony Robbins seminars, all those seminars that I volunteer to go to, spending all that money just to volunteer to be on the staff, right? All that time, all the books. I guess I did put in my time, and I want to think that, so I guess what I'm saying is, I am humbled to say, all right, this is how you be more positive, right? But I do want to share some things that I do, and this is just this morning that, I continually ask myself, well, what would I do? How would I live? How would I breathe if I could not fail? What would I do? Right? Just when you ask yourself that question, it just puts you in a whole different light. For me, I guess I should say that for me. So, think about that right now. What would you do? What would you attack? How would you live? How would you walk, talk? What time would you get up in the morning? What time would you go to bed? If you could not fail, what would you want, right? Those questions that you ask yourself, Think about what makes me feel positive is really being grateful for what I've accomplished. I do that all the time. I spend, like right now, I'll do this morning connection. I'll get to the gym very early. I'll come home and, before the day starts with my wife, and I will talk for just 10, 15 minutes every single day to kind of reframe what our life is, where we're going, whatever challenge we may be facing, or what the next thing to be positive to imagine in the future. We do that before the kids wake up, just a way to connect. And what I find is I reframe whatever's going on to see where we're at today in this situation moving forward. And one thing is I always take the time to really see how far we've come. Right? It's important that you do that. You got to appreciate, you got to feel grateful for everything that you've done, because there's always going to be a higher level. There's always going to be something that you're not going to be good at, and that's okay. I hope that, I think just the way I approach, even the humility I talk about on how to be more positive. Who am I to say that? I got more to go. I mean, I hope that's even helpful. But again, it's what would you do if you could not fail? What does that make you imagine in your mind? I also do think, and it's, I think about how to be more this, how to be more that, how to be more confident, all those type of questions. I really go back to it's if you can take the time to really create a big, huge vision, all the sight, sounds, feelings, and emotions of what you want for the big picture, right? I really do think that's the core to everything, because good times, bad times, when you're not paying attention, when you're only going 82 to 85%, you're still moving in a direction that you really took the time, right? And yeah, how to be more positive. I think hanging around positive people is really important too. Again, I talk about the internet, everybody's grabbing attention, everybody has a voice. Sometimes, and I find myself doing this, I don't know, is that there's a lot of people that are real train wrecks. You know what I mean? They really let it all out there with their life, their beliefs of the world. Sometimes they're struggling. Sometimes they don't know they're struggling. Sometimes it's a real train wreck, right? And well, I'm going to speak for myself. Sometimes I can't help. They grab my attention, right? And I realize that's the worst thing for me, because number one is, what a waste of time. I mean, being caught up in somebody's drama, they're directing your attention. It's just that it sticks out. But also, it takes your eye off the ball of what it is you really want. You might kind of, either consciously or subconsciously, start being okay with where you're at, where you've got so much to do, right? You don't want to hang around negative people. I know, like, negative people, they just think that that's the way you should think. You're stupid not to think that way. You're being Pollyannish or whatever. They've got all the reasons, and that's great, why their negativity about people, about situations, about the world, how it's stacked up against them, how the world sucks, what they focus on, what they post. I mean, that's what their journey, that's what they need to go through. But we can't get sucked up. We can't buy into their frame, our positivity. What we have to really guard what we take in. Even if sometimes it's a relief, right? Well, they got it worse than us, all right? And when you're a little bit older, I think this is what drives me to force myself to look at the positive. It is at this age. I realize how time has gone by so quickly. It's gone by so quickly. And I think if you're a man, I talk to a lot of men, and I always joke around that we sometimes don't grow past the age of 28. Doesn't matter if we're 58. We still kind of think in our bodies we're 28-year-old men. And time goes by quickly. And when I realize we've got more time behind us than we do in front of us, that's always that little kick to really push forward to what I'm going, and again, create that positive attitude. Good morning, Caesar. Good to have you here. All right, so I don't know. Those are some things that I think about. I think, though, being positive, it isn't an on or off switch. You're not a 10 or a 0. We're all, it's something that there's different levels to it. There's always a higher level. There's always somebody more positive. There's always people less positive. It's our own personal journey. It's like working out. That's what this is all about. Mental toughness, conditioning. I help you focus on, again, who you really are, what you're all about, in that positive way. Just a little bit every single. This is that exercise you need on how to be more positive. All right, so that's going to do it for our connection. I hope that was helpful. On our journey to get what we want out of life. Remember, again, we got more time behind us than we do in front of us. You're a little bit older. We got to take on this day with a sense of urgency. We got to be positive. We got to really think about, visualize, imagine what we're going to accomplish today, right? To make our lives and the people we love just a little bit better. We got to work out. We got to eat. We have to produce with that sense of urgency, because we got more time behind us than in front of us. Remember, everything runs in patterns. Even you cracking the code on how to be more positive. It's a pattern. We all have our unique combinations. Everything in life that you want, there's just a pattern. Some are more complex than others. If you've seen someone, me, crack a code, figure out a pattern, you can too. You can too. I don't care what it is in what area of life. Again, some are more complex than others, but everything you want, it's just a pattern that you need to figure out. Be resourceful, be gritty, keep connected, keep your eye on it. You can figure out the pattern too. All right, so expect the best from yourself, expect the best from your efforts, expect the best from other people. They're going to get you. You are a force to be reckoned with. They're going to get you. Again, expect the best from yourself today. Expect the best from your efforts, and expect the best from those other people that you're providing such value. They're going to get you. All right, so have a great day.